Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your February 2019 general reading. This is for those who have Sag in their sun, moon, or rising. I'm going to go ahead and get started with the bottom of the deck and your overall energy. Y'all have the Page of Wands reversed. I feel like overall this month, y'all are not really wanting to express yourself, make any sudden moves or changes, because I feel like there's an overall change happening that you're trying to avoid. I feel like there's something new that's coming into your life, and there's this overall feeling like you're kind of stuck in this situation and you're kind of just going with it, but like mentally you're checked out. I see that you're just mentally checked out of this. And I think you're trying to be really strong and deal with it, but this strength that you have with it, it's more of just avoiding it as opposed to facing it head on. There's some type of clarity within this situation and like truth that you aren't receiving, and I feel like you're not really happy, or maybe even with the truth, like you're just not happy with what it is you're finding out. And I feel like you're not working on this. For some of you, this could be like within a relationship. Some of you, this could be at a job. This could be with a family. I'm reading this in a very general way because, I mean, there's a lot of Sagittariuses out there. So this is going to apply to many different people in many different ways. And for some of you, it may not apply at all. But I do definitely see here y'all avoiding this like change. And it's, you know what, it's not even that you're avoiding it, you're just mentally checked out. It's like you're trying to be strong and you're trying to accept the truth of the situation, but you're still not happy with it. You still feel like you're kind of stuck in this, and you're having a hard time being motivated to do anything about it. I hope that makes sense. Some of the oracle cards that I pulled for you were like the grounding and foundation, rebirth, and the healer. So I kind of think that a lot of you have a hard time moving forward because of things that have happened in the past. And with those things in the past, you know, you have the rebirth card here saying that it's okay to move forward and it's okay to move on. Like the past isn't going to repeat itself. It doesn't have to happen the same way again, and you have the power to change it and to make this something new. Some of you have natural born gifts to be a healer, so some of you might be working in the with healing other people. Some of you need to take time to heal yourself and to get through this. Yeah, and I feel like, you know, with the Three of Hazards here, I feel like you're going to be successful when you take on and get through this. I think it's going to work out fine for y'all, but there's things that you can't just mentally check out from. You're going to have to put the work in. You're going to have to be strong and accept this change and embrace it as it comes in order to be successful at moving forward. And as I'm saying that, I get the Page of Wands now in the upright position. I feel like for a lot of you, this has to do with something within your family. Trying to see if they have any other cards here. I also feel like some of you might have a fear of responsibility for whatever this change is. Some of you are, this has to do with the fire sign. Some of you might have a fire sign that's in your life who's very strong-willed, and it's not, and you might be dealing with them, but you don't operate on the, and I know y'all are a fire sign, but they may operate in a different way that you do, and it's like they're being extremely like move forward and straightforward with everything and go, 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 and you're just kind of like, I get a very sense of, it's not really being lazy, it's just you're checked out. I also see here there's like a lot of sacrifices you're going to have to make, and I sense that, yeah, and you don't have the control over this, and there's going to be sacrifices that you're going to have to make, and you're just like, you don't like this sense of the unknown. Some of you might be becoming nurses. Some of you might be dealing with someone who cheated. Some of you might have, this might have to do with pregnancy. Some of you might be having children. Trying to see if the cards are going to say anything else for y'all. But I kind of feel like this is the message that they want y'all to have. Like, I don't think they want it complicated. I feel like you already feel like things are complicated enough, and it's like Spirit doesn't need to go any further and make it even more complicated. I think this is really just about accepting the change that's coming in your life. Yeah, because it's coming. It's coming straight in. Like, there's nothing I feel like there's nothing you can do that's going to stop this. So it's either you're going to have to get on board with it. Well, I guess you could not, but for some odd reason, it feels like getting on board with it probably is going to be the better solution. I don't know. I feel like you have to. Whatever this is, I feel like you have to accept the fact that this is going to be a change. Maybe for some of you, this has to do with like your job. For some of you, this might be like a health diagnosis. You know, like somebody might, you know, have just got like some type of diagnosis, and you don't want to accept the fact that this is, you know, like any types of changes that are required with it, whether it be medication or whether it be, maybe you have to do surgeries, or maybe you have to diet a certain way, and you don't want to do that, you know, or maybe it's like something you're not willing to accept yet, and you know, it's like the universe is kind of saying, oh, well, it's already here, it's happening. Like, there's nothing to do. Like, you can mentally check out all you want, but you better buckle up because it's coming, you know. And I feel like at some point you will get on board with it and you will move forward, but right now you're just kind of just, I think you're moving more slow and trying to still wrap your head around things so that way you don't break and crumble. Anyways, I'm going to leave the reading there because I feel like that was a pretty straightforward message. So I hope y'all have a good Valentine's. Bye, Sag.